Welcome back to the Nearly Enlightened podcast, your high vibe toolbox designed to help you connect to your body, mind, and spirit. Today's episode is extra special because it's all about the healing power of nature, community, and intentional living. And who better to guide us than Kelly McMenamin? Kelly is the founder of Forest Farms. She's a beekeeper, herbalist, yoga teacher, and a mom. And she's an all around expert in creating a holistic, nature centered lifestyle. Her journey began nearly 10 years ago, and today she's here to share her story with us and her wisdom on how we can reconnect with nature to nourish our families, our communities, and ourselves. I'm so excited to have you here, Kelly. Welcome.
I'm so excited.
So a little bit about how I know Kelly. We've been friends since high school. So this is like extra special. And it's fun.
Definitely.
You're actually the second Bayview guest to come on.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Represent Bayview Bengals.
Yeah. So let's dive right in. So you just recently started Forest Farms. Let us know what it is. I'm actually wearing your chapstick right now.
Ooh, do you love it?
I am obsessed. Actually,
Okay.
yesterday my lips were so chapped that they like my bottom lip cracked, and I wore that to bed, and my lip is completely healed this morning.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
I know.
So Forest Farms, I just started being a beekeeper probably about a year ago. My husband had bees for about 2 years before, but started his own business. So he didn't have time. He has an electric and solar business, local solar and electric.
Shout
If you
out.
ever need anyone. So I took over the bees, and with that came all of the beeswax, all of the honey. And I do all of these natural remedies in my home, so figured I would add in the honey and the beeswax, and it just gave me an extra like oomph to my products and all the good stuff that it provides, honestly.
It really is so amazing to have it in your backyard.
It's unbelievable.
It's like nature's best medicine. So last year I had made like the garlic that you put the honey over. And it's not
Yep.
really a ferment, but it's a way to preserve the garlic, and like the magic of the honey and the garlic together creates like this natural antibiotic. And I swear by it, it works every time.
Every time. Garlic and onion is unbelievable, really.
Yeah. I mean, onion is an expectorant. So right now with all this stuff that's going around, like I don't know if you've heard, but everyone I know has like the flu, but it's like settled in everyone's chest. And like, yeah, I haven't made the honey infusion with onion, but I've heard it's a great cough suppressant.
Yeah, so I haven't done strictly onion and honey, but what I do is I boil the onion, and it kind of makes it's not amazing. It tastes kind of gross, but it's onion water, and then you put a little honey in it, and if you can just drink that as a tea, that's super good for you.
Oh, I love it. Everyone could use that right now because, like, seriously, everyone's got it.
I
So
know.
what inspired you to start prioritizing a healthier lifestyle?
Geez.
I know, loaded question.
Yeah, well, we're talking 10 years ago. I think it all started I started prioritizing it when it came to food. I Actually, the truth is, if anyone who knows me, I was in a bad car accident about 10 years ago, and I lost my scent and my taste. So when I would eat food, I was super focused on textures and things like that. And I noticed that when I would eat an apple, I would feel like the wax film on it. And the taste that I have now is just different than normal taste. And so 10 years ago I switched to starting eating organic, and then from eating organic I then moved into, it really was just a huge explosion, and every single thing I I was reading labels and really diving into it. And it started with food. Yeah. Short answer, food.
Yeah, same.
Definitely.
I same. And I know my friend Stefan, who's been on the podcast before, he's talked about how like the beginning of his healing journey was really started with food as well, because when you're healing your gut, you're really paying attention to like what you're putting into your body. And for a lot of people, that's like the starting point. And I think that is like, at this point of the year, we're in February, like most people have given up on their New Year's resolutions. And I think it's because people overwhelm themselves, but it could start with something so simple as swapping out your produce for organic produce. Like start there.
Yeah, absolutely. Food is medicine. Food is gonna heal you. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a big part of what you do now too. You have like your backyard garden and like a lot of the stuff you make, it comes from your backyard.
Everything I make is all wholesome, good ingredients. Yeah.
So how did the transition to like starting to use more organic foods, and like how did that transition start to shape your mindset and like your daily habits?
So it really it I paid more attention to the food, and so then I started paying more attention to my skincare, and then it transpired into my makeup. So it becomes part of you, where every single thing I'm paying attention to, what I ingest, what I'm bringing into my household, what now is going on with my children. But starting with food, it turns into like every single thing is more I selective. I pay attention more. I and I try to make as much as I can. Like everything, I want to provide myself with my own lotion, because all of the additives and all the stuff in store bought, it's just, I read the labels, it's just
Junk.
point blank, it's just not good for you.
No, it's junk.
It's fucking
It's
toxic.
like literally so insane. Like when I go to the grocery store, I spend so much time because I'm reading every label, every ingredient, and it's just like it's crazy what we've allowed. And we're talking about it now. It's like at the forefront of a lot of conversations. It's like a lot of these things aren't even legal in other countries. So it's like, how are we still using them? It's crazy.
Because of money.
I know, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So that's how Forest Farms kind of came to be, was now you're making these things. So tell us a little bit about the Forest Farms products. I have a few and I'm loving them.
Ooh, okay. So we're starting off with the Forest Farms chapstick, because that was really ultimately my first product that I came out with. And that is with the beeswax from my own hive, which I don't know. Do you know anyone that's a beekeeper? I'm still shocked at myself for being a beekeeper. So it's just cool. Like it's cool that that is my from my backyard.
Yeah.
So the chapstick, it has honey in it with all of the honey healing properties, has vitamin E in it, which is good, shea butter, coconut, almond oil. Um, and I mix that all, I blend it, I heat it up, I put it in my thing. It's really just more of a detailed, I pay attention to the process. And then I put my labels on it. And so that I have chapstick, I have a hand lotion bar, which my husband is an outside worker. He's an electrician. Anyone who works with their hands, this hand lotion bar is unbelievable for you.
Or New England this time of year. Like,
Oh
oh
my
my gosh.
gosh. My girlfriend, my hands are always wet in washing bottles, constantly cleaning my house, little touch of OCD. Um, and my hands are always wet. So I put this on me before I go to bed, and I just wake up and my hands are so much softer. The lotion bars are funny, where they're a little oily, but you really have to rub it in, and the more you use it, the more you're going to get to love it. So you just got to give it a shot. I would say I don't know what it's called, but the working guys know what it is. It's a little box. It's kind of like petroleum jelly.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. My brother used to
Yeah.
use it too. It's like a
Yeah.
hand balm that helps with like the
Yeah.
cracking. dry
Yeah,
hands.
but it's probably awful.
Yeah.
And
And
so
petroleum derived products, like that's so
it's
crazy
from
that we're putting
literal
it on our body.
scum.
Yeah. Like we're putting that on our body. Like so crazy.
And Aquifer. So anyone listening, you're using Aquifer on your baby. I just want PSA that not good. Sorry. Okay.
This is the place to voice that opinion because let me tell you, we got a lot of hot takes over here, and I wouldn't use those products on my baby either if I had
Yeah.
one.
So I have the chapstick, I have hand lotion bar. I just came out. Oh, well, let me go with the other products first. I have candles, which is half beeswax, half tallow, a perfect combination. You're a perfect combination of melting and infusing the air. And guess what? Everything that you burn, you're inhaling, and everything that's around your household. So when people are burning the Yankee candles that everyone loves so much, you have to envision that your children are breathing that in, you are breathing that in. Like I know that the dyes and everything are in that. It's the
And the
fragrance.
fragrance that they're using. Yeah.
Fragrance alone is toxic. It is chemicals. And so I have chapstick, hand lotion bars, candles. I came out with a whipped body butter, which is
I haven't tried it.
honest.
I need to.
You haven't,
No.
but so I have I'm doing a whipped body butter, and honestly it is decadent. Like
Uh,
I took my babies out of the bath yesterday because I kind of have a cold going through my house right now, and I lathered them in it, and oh my gosh, my little girl this morning feels unbelievable. Like the way that these products seep into your skin, and I can come out and, like, if you were to try it out, you could say that maybe it's a little oily, but that's because in the other generations, you're not used to wholesome ingredients. You're used to like Jergens, which is going to run into your skin. It's going to absorb. And guess what? You're going to need to reapply in probably like half an hour. So, like, my products, there are good products. You really rub it in. Honestly, I love it. It makes me feel so awesome.
I love like a thicker, more oily, especially this time of year. Like you need
Hmm.
something that's a little bit heavier. And I,
Yeah.
I mean, I rub like straight castor oil on my body after I shower at night before
Oh,
I go to
yeah.
bed. So like that
Well,
doesn't bother me.
I don't think it's oily. I'm just saying that if anyone were to try it, I'm just kind of having my back, but I don't think it's oily. I put arrowroot powder in it, which is all natural, and that kind of sucks it out and that. But my favorite product, actually, I have two of them. My next one is my face cream.
Yes,
I
it's so
that's
awesome.
that's like my highlight, my favorite product. So my face cream is only three ingredients, right? I have beef tallow, which is grass-fed, rendered, and then I mix it with castor oil and jojoba oil. And for people who don't know, the tallow is hydrating. It's an antiseptic. It's going to work against acne. It's going to hydrate you, and it's really going to give like that nice glow, that nice texture. It really is the nice texture to help slide on. And then mixed with the castor oil, which is the god oil.
It
I love it.
really is.
That is
It's
my favorite oil.
I put it everywhere at night. I put it on my feet and then I'll put wool socks on. I put it on my abdomen to do castor oil packs.
gut
Like
gut work.
I I put it in my belly button when I'm parasite cleansing. Like I lather that shit on every single
It's
night.
unbelievable. So it has castor oil in it, which is an anti-aging. I actually don't really even wear eye cream anymore. I lather this right around my eyes. I put it everywhere.
I've been
So
doing that too
yeah, you
instead of
should,
using my
because
eye cream.
anyone, right, because castor oil, you can rub it on your eyelashes grow. You can rub it on your eyebrows, it will help bring it in. And if you rub castor oil on your eyelids, there are studies that show that in it will help, if anyone has cataracts, it will help bring that down, any eye issues.
Yeah, the eye floaters too. Dr. Jess Petros talks about this, and that's part of like the parasite cleansing. But if you're someone who sees like the little like eye floaters when you look towards the light and like you can see them floating in your vision, that's like a parasitic infection, and castor oil on the eyelids at night helps with that.
Yeah,
I mean, this isn't
absolutely.
medical advice by any means, so no one
Nope,
like
not a doctor here, not making any claims. Nope. And then lastly, jojoba oil, which is just good hydrating properties. It's light, which I like because the tallow is a heavier base, but I whip the shit out of it. So it is light
the
and a
texture
little goes
is
a long way.
amazing. Yes, it
A
really
little
does.
goes a long way. I sell them in 2 ounce little containers, and I mean it depends how much you use it, but I mean a little goes a long way with it. And my face cream, I would say, is probably the star of my show right now. Definitely, in
I
my
love it.
opinion.
Well, I don't know. The lip balm is also very good.
The
The
chapstick's good, yeah.
when you put it on, it lasts so long. Like if you put it on before you go to bed, you wake up and it's still on your lips.
Oh, see, I wouldn't know because I kiss my kids so much
Oh,
all over. So it's always coming off, which another highlight of I feel safe kissing my kids. And I don't care if my chapstick's all over their face because I know that the ingredients in it is awesome.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like another thing with my products. Like my little girl will be all over my face, her hands, and like if I like sometimes when I'm wearing makeup, although my makeup is all natural and clean, I try to keep my daughter from touching my face, obviously. But when I have just face lotion on, I'm not concerned, or I don't have any worries about my kids touching me.
What's your go-to clean makeup brands?
Um, Well, I mean, I really only wear mascara, and I highlight sometimes. If you catch me going out on a dinner, I'll wear makeup, but my everyday style is not there. My go-to makeup, I really like Pacifica. I use Pacifica highlighter and contour.
Oh,
Absolutely.
nice.
Oh, and Hans, Hans. I use that for bronzer, but also contour.
Oh,
Great
nice. I'm
brands.
always
Yeah.
looking for good clean brands.
I want to go back to, so those are I have 4 of those products that I have in stock, but yesterday I had a specific request on a product, and
I saw
this
your Instagram post.
yeah, well, a friend came to me and she's like, "Listen, I have eczema, and all of the tallow smells funky, and they have so much additives in it. So I made a whipped body butter, but I added tallow, and that made it so much better. But in that, I have all of the same ingredients that I had in my whipped body butter. So it has the castor oil in it. It has the vitamin E oil, which is going to work. But this tallow butter, it is so the whipped body butter is great. Definitely not putting that down. But the tallow, I just think is a little bit like gives an extra oomph, and that is really going to help with the eczema. And my girlfriend Taylor, she just bought some for her belly. She's newly pregnant. She's gonna put it on her belly, and the tallow mixed with the castor oil mixed with the vitamin E and all of the shea butters and cocoa butter, that is really gonna prevent any stretch marks. It's really gonna sink into your skin, and I
Be
know that
so nourishing.
so nourishing. I know that when I was pregnant, my back was always so itchy. So I was like a 2 times a day body butter person. And so I'm not I haven't gotten to advertise that yet, but my tallow whipped body butter is pretty spot on.
Yeah, and I think when you're creating products too, with not just like throwing things together, but like there's intention and care, and everything is energy. So when you're using these products, you really feel that like the passion, and you feel all of your good energy behind it.
Dude, I believe in them. I
Yeah.
believe in them. And if I believe in it, I can sell it to you. I'm not that I'm persuasive, but I know when it's good. And I'm gonna preach it. Like it when it's good, it's good.
That is how I feel. That's like, no one comes on this podcast without being like complete. Like, you have to be somebody that I have worked with, would work with, or like a very, like, you're in my close personal circle. But like, when I use these products, I was like, oh, heck yes. Like, everyone in Rhode Island needs to know
Ooh,
about them and beyond.
you love them. I'm so happy.
I am obsessed, and I have my boyfriend hooked on the chapstick now too.
Did
So,
I give you a candle?
yes, I haven't burned it yet, but it smells so good.
Which one did I give you?
It has like chamomile and rosemary on top.
Oh, okay. That was special. I made that a special for you. I haven't advertised that yet, but I'll tell everyone it's a warm vanilla candle, vanilla essential oil, and I put a little rosemary on it because all of the benefits, I don't know if you guys know, rosemary water is so good. It's good for your hair, it's good for everything. And then I put a little chamomile dried flowers on the top for almost like a little calm ambiance.
It's so pretty. That's why I don't want to burn it yet. I'm like waiting for a special moment.
I feel that intentional, an
Yeah.
intentional moment.
Yes. And when I do, I'll post a little video for you.
Love that. Love that.
So, what inspired you to take it from like your kitchen to making these products for yourself to being like, okay, I'm going to pursue this. I'm going to create forest farms and we're going to sell this.
What inspired me was well, I have the wax, right? I have the wax from my beehive. And I was already making the other products as far as like my own lotions. I didn't make my own chapstick because I didn't have the wax. And so I would buy, but these were things that I did at home. And then I had the element of my own beeswax. And I'm like, listen, this shit is good. Like, I use it and it's something that I'm doing anyway. So why not bump up the recipe, just make more and sell it? And so I did. And that's what I did. And I just started doing it on Facebook. I started on Instagram and I had a good wave around Christmas time. And then I got a little deeper. I bought insurance for it. I made a website. And I mean, I have people looking at it and it's, it's, it, it just speaks for itself. You try it, you put it on, and the next day when you wake up and your body feels great, you're just going to want to keep using it.
Yeah. And it's so important, like not just what we're putting in our bodies, but what we put on our bodies too. Cause like you said, it absorbs into your skin. So if you're putting all of these chemicals on your body, then that's just being absorbed. And that's more things that your body has to break down and detox and get rid of.
Yes. And I make all of these products with intention, with care. Um, I don't know if anyone knows this, but I like art. I can draw, I can paint, and creating the candles and putting the rose petals on it and pouring the chapstick just right and getting like a clean cut on the top. It's artistic to me and it is intentional. So I my hopes is that when using my products, people treat it almost as like a ritual. Like when you put your lotion on, I want you to do it after you just had a great shower. And I hope you just feel great after you do it because I am a firm believer that the energy that I'm putting into my products is a happy energy. I'm happy to do it. And I'm hoping that with that, the energy travels through it and helps make everyone else feel good.
It definitely does. I love putting my face cream on at night. It feels so good and my skin feels so nourished, even though it's been like super cold and dry here in New England. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't have that like winter, like chapped face.
You don't. You first of all, you look great,
Thank
and
you.
you're welcome.
They can't
And
see me, but they'll have to take your word for it.
take my word, I'm not a liar. Um, but yeah, I mean, I stopped using eye cream. That's how good it is. And I am a typical cleansing toner, serum, lotion, and I just dropped it. I dropped that because my lotion covers it. My cream. I don't want to call it
Yeah.
lotion. I want to call it cream because there is a difference.
Yeah.
If you use lotion and you use cream, you know the difference.
Yeah. Cream is a
The
lot more like
It's
thick.
softer.
It's
It's
yeah,
thicker and it's softer.
a little bit more hydrating. I think it lasts a little bit longer than like a lotion does.
Yeah, that's why you got to ditch your lotion
Yeah.
and get the body butter too, honestly.
I'm ready for it. I'm gonna go right after this and order some.
All right, you know it.
And everyone else will link Kelly's website in the show notes. So feel free to go over there and check it out. Like the products are amazing. Honestly, the candle is so beautiful. Like you can tell that you spend time and care and intention in these products, and they're not just like these mass produced kind of things.
Thank you, G. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Yeah. So you can link my website, but also feel free to just follow me and message me. Like it doesn't need for everyone else, not you specifically. Anyone listening, feel free to just message me. I have a section on my website that I mean, I offer only 4 products, but I am an herbalist. I do create other things. So I have a section where people can write what's going on and see if I can create anything. So my girlfriend messaged me and she was just like, "Hey, I have severe I have severe eczema going on." And so I didn't have tallow whipped body butter on my quote
On
unquote
hand.
menu,
Yeah.
but so I'm able to just whip up something that can target whatever ailment you have going on.
I love that. And I think that also speaks to your products too, because you take that herbalist knowledge and you infuse it into your products. And that's a really beautiful thing too.
Thanks.
Yeah. So right now, what would you say is like your favorite herb to work with or
Oh gosh. My favorite herb my favorite herb to work with. So I would say, well, if you're close with me, you would know that right now my husband broke his foot. So
oh yeah.
I am
Yes, talk
handling
about this.
oh my God, I am handling first of all, he broke his foot and it's not that he's in a boot walking and okay. He broke his foot to the point where we're a month and a half into this. He is still on crutches. He cannot even put his foot down on the ground. He cannot bear weight. He cannot even really hold our daughter because he can't walk without his crutches. So I would say at this moment, my favorite herb is comfrey. Comfrey is the bone healing herb. So I had this man drinking comfrey tea. I made him a comfrey salve. We're putting that on his foot. So comfrey is going to help with infection because at first he did have a little cut on his foot, and then it's really going to seep into the skin and it's going to help with the bones, it's going to help with the joints, it's going to help with inflammation and stuff like that. But I mean, we're just talking about comfrey. And then quickly, I also want to do a shout out to oregano because oregano oil. My kids are sick right now, and I don't have any on hand, but I wish I did. And if you put olive oil over oregano, right? Let it sit in a dark place for about 2-3 weeks, and then strain it. Then you have yourself like a homemade tincture. The
Yep.
properties that the oregano give out, it
Yep.
is
It's
great.
anti-parasitic, it's
Absolutely.
antiviral, it's an
Everyone,
antibiotic, it's everything.
you want to scream RSV, there you go. Like that's what you have. And so let's say comfrey and oregano is the season of right now for me.
My dad grows a shitload of oregano every year. I have so much. Next time I see you, I'll bring you some.
You need to.
Uh,
I will make it, and then I'll make tincture, and then anyone who has babies, feel free to message me.
yeah. Yeah, because it's such a safe herb to use and it's so potent, it's so powerful. It's another one of those like I think oregano oil tincture is really hard to take. It's one of those things that it tastes earthy. Like
Yeah.
it's
Girl, you're talking to someone who doesn't have taste.
that's true.
So, it
But for the
I mean,
rest of us, it's rough. Let me
yeah,
tell you.
well, trust me, my taste is semi there. It just tastes like dirt to me. But I mean,
It's like to me, it's almost like it's so powerful. It's like spicy.
yeah. Yeah, it is.
But there's this I swear by it, it's called wellness formula, but it has like oregano, echinacea, garlic, vitamin C. It's like
Yeah. You're almost
perfect for this
talking
time of year.
you're almost talking fire cider.
Yeah, it is in like a crushed pill form. And my boyfriend just had the flu for literally he was sick for over 2 weeks. And knock on wood, here I am, healthy, haven't gotten it. Don't want to jinx myself, but like anytime I've been around somebody who's sick, like I just pop a couple of those or I take my honey garlic and hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, anytime someone's sick, like my whole house is sick right now. I had an orange. I had a spoonful of honey. I have some rosemary in there. I might steep some water in it. So like food is medicine. That's honestly like that is me in a nutshell. That's how all of this transpired. Like that's what I believe. I believe in good wholesome food, good wholesome ingredients. Yeah.
I agree. I completely agree. And food and what you drink and what you put on your skin, like I am in complete agreement with that.
Mhm.
I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you want to share with us before
Um
we wrap it up?
Anything I want to share? I want to share my yoga.
Oh,
I haven't
yes.
talked about, yeah, I haven't talked about that, but I mean, I talk about, I've talked about how food is medicine and I am an herbalist, so I'm into the herbs, but I didn't tie in my yoga into it. And I'm also like a firm believer in like deep breaths. I'm like, your breathing controls a lot. And
Yes.
if you can just control your breath, you can control a lot. So I'm a firm believer in that. And I'm not just yoga the practice, but kind of mixing it all into the earth. And it all comes back in the sense of like earth, putting your feet on the ground, feeling grounded, like inhaling the outdoors and all of that. Like yoga, the practice, yes. Stretching, unbelievable, great for your body, but also yoga in a way of life
Yes.
is definitely
I've
there.
talked about it a lot on this podcast and it's something that's coming to the forefront of my classes as well right now is like especially here in the West we think of yoga as asana and it kind of ends there but yoga is so much more than that. There's 8 limbs of yoga and asana is only one of those limbs and so infrequently we talk about the first 2 limbs which are the yamas and the niyamas which are really like moral and like body hygienic practices and observances and
Mm-hmm.
like yeah I totally agree with what you're saying because yoga is so much more than the physical practice but once you get like the breath and the mindfulness involved and like these self-care rituals and not just self-care rituals but these moral observances like it really does impact and have a huge change on your life.
Yeah. And kind of it also makes everything more intentional. It makes it like you go through like it makes everything more rituals. And like I know it sounds so silly, but like my skincare routine is a ritual. Like
Absolutely, no, it's not silly. I agree.
it's like I take taking care of myself. Like when I have a shower, like, I mean, you're a female, you know the showers. It's either you have a wash
Sacred.
shower, you have a hair shower, or you have a whole body
Everything
shower,
shower.
everything shower. And like when I have that everything shower, I'm getting out and first I'm brushing my hair and then I'm starting with step one with my toner. And it just makes everything more intentional. I mean, that just circles back with the products and it circles back with yoga. And really, I mean, yes, I'm an herbalist. Yes, I'm a yoga teacher, but I would say probably first and foremost, definitely a mom. But I would say wrapping it up, I would say just an earth enthusiast, an all natural enthusiast, because that's where like it all comes from.
Yeah, and we've separated ourselves so much from nature, but we are so much a part of it. And I think when you start this intentional lifestyle, you start to like dive in, you start to detox, you start to be more intentional about what you're eating. Like I think all of these things just kind of like fall naturally into place.
Hmm.
Like you truly transform from the inside out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I
Thank you
really
so much for
enjoyed
having
celebrating
me.
you and celebrating Forest Farms because you gave me these products a couple weeks ago and I am already obsessed.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
I absolutely love them. And I've been telling everyone about them. So now I'm very excited to share it with everyone on the podcast
Oh
because
my gosh, that's so exciting.
it's uh like love these products. And for me, like I'm always looking for like the cleanest things that I can put on my body and in my body. So when I saw you posting about this and then we got to chatting and then you gave me some products to try, I just like couldn't be more excited for you because this I'm so passionate about this and I want to tell everyone it's so important what you put in your
I
body, what
feel
you put
that.
on your body, and like the intention behind everything. So I think this
I
was a
feel that.
beautiful thing to celebrate. So thank you so
Yes.
much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Kelly's journey is a beautiful reminder of how small intentional steps can lead to transformative change from her dedication to her family's health and well being to the creation of Forest Farms. Her story shows us all that nature truly is one of the most powerful and empowering tools for healing. If Kelly's story resonated with you, head over to Forest Farms to explore her earth enriched handmade products. You can also follow her journey on social media. I'll link everything in the show notes, so don't you worry. Um, and of course, if you love this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Nearly Enlightened, leave a review, and share it with someone you love who could use a little bit of inspiration today. Thank you so much for being here, Kelly. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me, Gianna. This was fantastic.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye bye.